Have you been struggling with restlessness? So struggling with chronic dissatisfaction with life. This kind of feeling, this yearning or wishing for something but not knowing quite what it is. It could be this like ever-present like hum in the background, or it could be more like something that shows up sporadically. You're not quite sure what the hell it is. So this could be chronic dissatisfaction. They call it CD. So chronic dissatisfaction with life is something that is unavoidable for most of us in our lives. It could be from life circumstances, life events, changes, traumas, deaths, divorces, or even toxic jobs, careers, or relationships that we need to let go of. So hi, my name is Tania Sutherland, and if you love this kind of content, it's all about self-empowerment. It's about growing your self-identity. It's about that transformation of you stepping into your higher self and stepping into your full potential, the best version of yourself, which means a bit of tweaking and changing, evolving and transformation along this entire journey. If you love this kind of content, then please don't forget to press the subscribe button down below. So leave any comments down below that I can engage with you. En vir al die Suid-Afrikaners, ek sal baie waardeer as jy ook die rooi knoppie daaronder druk. Baie dankie skatties. So let's get started. Sometimes chronic dissatisfaction is a manifestation of anger. There's definitely an underline of being really angry. It's like carrying raw, glowing embers of rage just under the surface. So that means something needs to be forgiven. Or sometimes it could be a feeling of outrage, of unfairness, mentally pacing your emotional insides, looking for their change. So these forms of anxiety, depression, anger, just imagine how this plays on your emotional state as well as your physical and spiritual state of the body. With all that stress, and you even comparing yourself with others, with your life compared to their lives, their world, your world, their abilities, your abilities, and that whole syndrome of you not being good enough. That constant and relentlessness are driven by negative cascades of behaviors and thoughts and emotions and feelings, which is causing emotional stress, adrenal fatigue, high levels of cortisol in the body, affecting your immune system, affecting your whole emotional state, giving you extreme amount of mental fatigue, leaving you more in a state of restlessness. So let's examine practical strategies to tame this chronic dissatisfaction in our life. It's about reprogramming ourselves to aim for that freedom mindfulness that gives you the power to change from that needy and dissatisfaction to giving you that purpose, that life purpose. It'll be about self-knowledge and self-awareness, self-reflection, owning your reality, naming your feelings, having more insight why and when these thoughts and emotions occur. It's about cultivating wisdom and practices for you to cope with this kind of suffering and imbalances and the realities of life, for you to face the inevitable changes that you need to make, all part of you evolving and the transformation of you growing. The three areas around love, which are three important strategies to help you cope. The first one is self-compassion, being self-aware, being kind to yourself, being aware of the words and the actions, including becoming mindful of your self-defeating thoughts and behaviors and those patterns. The second kind of love will be mindful relationships, your relationships with other human beings, how you treat them, how you nurture those relationships. What kind of relationships are you having? You're becoming more aware of having healthier relationships. It's about you becoming more mindful of your relationships with animals, with nature, and the foods and the nourishment that you put into your body. The last one is about the flow. It's about you finding your strengths, tapping into your talents, what it is that you are good at. You know, when you spend time with something that you absolutely love, you become so absorbed in it. And before you know, time just dissolves so quickly, and you are left with this feeling of satisfaction, of purpose, of drive and motivation, because you were spending time with doing something that you absolutely love. It's about discovering your talents and your strengths and doing more of that. That will shift you out of that continual self-defeating of cascading negative thoughts that are keeping you stuck in that state of restlessness. So in a nutshell, this is almost like reaching a midlife crisis or a crossroads in your life. It means that something needs to change. Your thoughts, your behaviors, your actions, those patterns need to shift and change. It's about you taking responsibility for your actions, your reality, your life, and implementing on a daily basis new thoughts, new patterns, and shifting your focus into what you are good at, where you are going, how your life has changed, what you need to let go of, what you need to shift and redirect for you to make this inevitable change, because your subconscious, your spiritual self, your higher self is telling you something is out of alignment. That is why you're feeling these forms of restlessness or forms of absolute anger, because maybe you're not forgiving someone else or a situation, or not forgiving yourself. Like I said, it's okay to make mistakes. It is okay to forgive yourself. It's about taking responsibility and moving on. Learning from that, creating that emotional, mental maturity levels and the facts of our life situation. It is time to make the changes. So it's about you finding your talents, your skills, your strengths, and what it is that you're good at, and spend more time in that. Even if you need to take out your journal and spend some time self-reflection of where you are right now. How has your life changed and shifted? What is your perception of what has happened? How can you shift and change it to becoming more positive, for it to work for you, to help you to grow, to get you onto this path, for you to step into your higher self? One of my biggest loves and passions is still my fashion. I still continue with creating my digital patterns. I still design and make my own clothes. I've just completed my full yoga collection of patterns. These are all the samples behind me. So I'm still doing what I love. That is part of my creativity, my creations in my designing, my passive income, as well as writing my books, which I'm very proud to announce that soon I will have the 4 books out, which is all to do with Life Self-Mastery series. It's about you getting out of your stuck comfort zones and evolving and transforming into becoming your higher self, as we are growing all the time. We are changing all the time, and with change comes growth. I know at times it's hard to let go, but you have to let go to make space and room for the new. Just like our seasons are changing right now, you can hear the skies rumbling outside. So until next week, see you then.